I definitely was fascinated by the idea of bringing this story to the United States, and particularly at the time in the late 1920s, which is an important time, has parallels with our time. The 1920s were, the rise of fascism in the United States, which we don't really think we talk about the rise of fascism in Germany, but the KKK was at its height in the late 1920s. I'm fascinated by that period of U.S. history, and the idea of this story in that period of U.S. history was interesting to me. And I love the idea of bringing the themes into what I feel to be a very authentically American context, but sort of in sinister and ominous ways.
I think Jo Rowling's never been afraid to take her young audience to those dark corners. Because in a way, like a great fairy story, there's always darkness and scary stuff is always part of storytelling in a good way, I think. It's a safe place to encounter those things in a theatre. And I think the challenge was always balancing the dark with the light. It always is. Jo's a very generous writer, so she gives us so much. So it's sort of balancing the tonal shifts in the movie. But that's what I love about her writing. I love the fact that she gives me as a director the opportunity to, shoot a sequence with Jacob being chased by a horny rampant in one part of the movie, and then in another part of the movie, I'm looking at a very sort of tense, poignant, bruised relationship between an adopted child and his abusive mother. And you think, bloody hell, that exists in the same movie? And yes, it does. And I think it makes the film ambitious.